So this is my first time speaking on this subject. There was a video out a couple of days ago that really raked Insane Throttle, James Hollywood Massacre, across the coals for his news coverage. It was done by a channel out there, and we're going to talk about that and my reaction to it right after this. Morning, folks. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Black Dragon Biker TV. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Biker News each day. And then, of course, we have MC Protocol, and we're doing content every day. So if you're not getting our notifications, like many people say that they aren't, just look for us every day, sometime around 10ish. We try to be 10 o'clock, but it's more 10ish. All right, man. Like, share, follow, and subscribe, and we appreciate that. Listen, there was a video made by another channel out there called Hard Intentions. Mitch Smiley is the guy that runs that channel. That's like a prison genre channel. And he did a story about Insane Throttle, not a story, but a show. And was really, really down on Hollywood, came down on him pretty hard, threw a lot of accusations out there at him. And so the first thing I did was I had a discussion with Hollywood, and we did a video with Hollywood. And then I found Mitch and did a video with him. And what I wanted to know was what his background was, where he came from, what he knew about motorcycling. I didn't want to go after him or something like that. I really just wanted to spend some time getting to know him. And it was a very enlightening conversation. I really enjoyed my time that I spent with him on my channel the other day. It was a great interview. We got to learn a lot of insight about him. And, I wanted to hear where he was coming from. That's something we don't always do. You don't always have to agree with a person. But if you can sit down and get a mile in somebody's shoes, you can kind of understand where they're coming from. So there were several allegations made. One is that Hollywood, and I have to throw myself in there because we do the same things. We don't do it the same way. He's got his style, I have mine, but we have Biker News, and one of the things is the accusation that by reading the story, we break some news. There is some news that we actually break as news correspondents. A lot of you guys out there will give us news. So we break some news, but we don't break a lot of news. Like, we don't have correspondents around the world like CNN or something. And we get our stories off the wire like everybody else, like all of the news agencies out there. News agencies combined. You might not have a guy working in Great Britain, but the BBC does. And so they put their news up on the wire, and we pay to pull that news down off the wire. And so there are certain obligations, and we read the stories as we get them. And, that's what Hollywood does as well. These are his obligations as he is a news agency, bona fide, real deal news agency on the wire. He puts stories on the wire that they take down, especially like his coverage of Waco. It's when I first came into knowledge about who he was, his coverage of Waco and other things that he's covered. So he's broken a lot of stuff that that Iyanla Vanzant stuff, and so that's one thing. That was one of the things he was accused of. Another thing he was accused of was because he covers other clubs, he was accused of pimping their patches, making money off of their patches just because he covers clubs. And one of the things, and so when people say things like that, it inflames people, and you always have to be worried about the inflamed person. Excuse me. One thing you got to be worried about is the inflamed person, because that's the idiot that'll come hurt you because of what somebody else said, or try anyway. I've dealt with that myself. But the other thing is that in doing what he's doing, he was accused of working against clubs, and he should shut his mouth before he gets a boot on his neck. And one of the kinds of things that a lot of people don't know is that Hollywood, and this happens with myself as well, but I'm talking about Hollywood. Hollywood gets calls from the major clubs. A lot of times, they're not going to talk. They're not going to talk on the news and stuff like that. But a lot of times, they'll want their point out, or they'll need to get information out, and they'll call Hollywood. They'll call news agencies like ours that are more in line with the biker angle, and they'll call those news agencies, and they will say, "Hey," they'll call us. They'll say, "Hey, can you put something out for us?" And we can claim that all day long, and coming from us, it doesn't mean anything. But what I wanted to do today was something that I saw happen. That I was really happy for Hollywood that this happened. Somebody from one of the major clubs spoke out. They spoke out yesterday, and I was really happy for him, because I think all the clubs that he's helped, somebody should have spoke up for him. And so somebody spoke up and put their name out 23 hours ago. And so I wanted to read that for you guys so that you might not see it. So his name is John Marino, 1%er. And this was his quote. Here's how I see this all. This coming from an East Coast member of a Big Five 1% club. Hollywood has helped my club numerous times when we were facing police scrutiny. He worked with our club to get our word out on the street. The truth was the actual truth about what was happening to us. I know for damn sure he helped our brothers on the West Coast going through their trials. You want to be who think you know who Hollywood are, dead wrong. You're trying to make your existence known on YouTube like you know something about the life us patch holders live daily, Hollywood included. He doesn't try to make money on his club like all these other fools do on the internet. He keeps his club business off the internet like it should be. This Mitch wants to throw off a video on Hollywood and knows nothing about him or his experiences. He goes off the word of a couple of members who don't speak for their club. That's some punk shit right there. Don't care how much prison time you did or who you know. If you're not a member, shut the F up, and he should know this. So we read the comments as they come. We don't add to them or we don't take away from them. That's how we do newspapers, articles, and then we make our opinion about them. My opinion about that comment is very simple. I am glad that somebody from one of the Big Five spoke up. Somebody spoke up for Hollywood. Somebody spoke up that knows a lot about him. All these accusations about not being able to make it in his club and not being able to be maybe he didn't make it to the big leagues and all this kind of stuff. It's just somebody that doesn't really know a lot about him. It is important that, and this is something, hey, I've been guilty of this, this channel banging thing. Try to stay away from it now. It's a waste of time. I try not to attack channels. There's one channel out there I don't like, but I don't even really talk about that channel much anymore. You guys remember that have been watching me for a while, my big wars against Chuck Gines, the what did we call him? Chuck E. Cheese, the desert rat. But it really was childish, although it felt good, but it wasted a lot of time. I want to say that I'm proud of the news coverage that I see him do. Hey, a lot of people, they don't like his voice, or they don't like the way he does things or whatever, but he absolutely works hard at what he does, and he believes in it, and he's passionate about it, and he has created a service, and it has been used, this service, by major clubs when they've needed to get their word out. So that's my 2 cents on it. I hope that puts it to bed. I hope that we've covered this in a responsible kind of way. I do like hard intentions. I like that. I like Mitch Smiley. I like his channel, and he I had a good time with him in the interview. Didn't attack him or any of that kind of stuff. That Twitch interview, I'll never do anything like that again. But I did want to get to know him, what he's about, and I wanted to, and I interviewed Hollywood, and I wanted to get all the points out on the table so that you can make your decision. But I also wanted to put my 2 cents out there, and I'm glad that I'm really glad that at least somebody from one of the majors spoke out for him, because he deserves it. He works his rear end off for these clubs, and he always has. All right, man. It is cold as hell out there, man. Woo! Hell, it's 14 degrees in Atlanta. You know, we'll shut down our whole city behind that. We'll just be done. So you guys that live up north, this ain't nothing to y'all. But hell, we'll close down all of Georgia behind something like this. But don't let any precipitation get on the ground, man. So you guys be careful. Stay warm. Remember, the grid could go down. If your power goes down, make sure to turn everything off, so when the power comes back up, it doesn't slam the system and go back down again. So keep that in mind. And stay warm out there for the next couple of days. It's going to be a cold Christmas, perhaps one of the coldest Christmases ever on record. But I hope you guys are happy, warm, and with loved ones, if you can be. Hey, man, you remember we did that suicide show the other night, and we had one of the guys call in. He's doing well. For those of you who want to know, he's doing great. But in the time that he was going to go from committing suicide, he called in everything, and we got him some VA help and et cetera, et cetera. In that same amount of time, he was attacked and robbed a couple of days ago, and he killed a guy. He found out that he really wanted to live after all. Hey, man! When they had him and they had kidnapped him and they were getting ready to take his ass out, he said, I want to live. And so he did. He's going to give us that interview when he's cleared by the police, et cetera, et cetera. But we're glad that he is still alive and with us. And so hug those people you love well and keep them close. Mike Ball said he thought he was going to freeze to death last night. He's in California. There's no way in hell it's cold in California. Stop it. Stop it, Mike Ball. All right, guys, listen, you guys have a great day today. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. I'm Black Dragon. Thanks for tuning in. and put your New Year's resolutions together, because this year in 2023, next year, I am you and you and me, we're getting skinny! For real this time. No, really, for real. Hey, subscribers, whenever you are in Macon, Georgia, you have to get over to my Motorcycle Club Brothers Cigar Lounge. Haley's Cigar Lounge on Ingleside Avenue has a night or several nights just right for you. Monday night football kicks off the week. Wednesday is whiskey night. Thursday, ladies night. Saturdays are make your night. And wrapping up the weekend, it's Sunday football. Haley's is closed on Tuesdays. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere at Haley's. Hang out at the bar or outside on the patio. They can also host your small events. Haley's Cigar Lounge, 2308 Ingleside Avenue in Macon, Georgia. Be sure to tell them Black Dragon sent you.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.
Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.